Charging along through a Sunday night race at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. When it is done, NASCAR Now will have a complete post-race wrap-up for you at 11:30 Eastern Time on ESPN2. Then tomorrow, the biggest drag race of the season, the Mac Tools U.S. Nationals. We'll see the finals run presented by Lucas Oil. That's at 1 Eastern on ESPN2 on Labor Day. Next weekend, it's on to Richmond, the NASCAR Nationwide Series with the new car running Friday night, 7 Eastern, ESPN2. And next Saturday night, our NASCAR Sprint Cup Series coverage from Richmond is on ABC at 7:30 Eastern. We start with NASCAR Countdown at 7 Eastern, the race to set the seedings for the chase for the Sprint Cup. Coming up on the two-thirds mark of tonight's race, you're looking at the race leader, Tony Stewart. He has led the most laps tonight after a great early race fight between he and Denny Hamlin. Stewart assuming the mantle after Hamlin went out of the race with an engine failure. Other top stories tonight, Greg Biffle in the garage having major work done on his car, trying to keep himself in position to lock up a place in the championship run. Only a few caution flags. The race ran its opening 133 laps yellow-free. Then we had 3 cautions in 20 laps. I guess things kind of got mixed up a little bit. And the most leading tonight's been done by Stewart, Hamlin. Those two drivers, basically others that have led, Ryan Newman, Jimmy Johnson, and Carl Edwards. On the lead lap at this point, 22 of the 43 starters. We were going through the field just a little bit ago, get you up to speed with the way some of these drivers were running. We will pick up talking about some of the drivers with Dale Jr., who was describing his car to crew chief Lance McGrew a minute ago.
There's not sight anywhere. No, not really. I mean, I'm just into the back a lot. It jumps sideways, though, because it's so rough out here. It jumps sideways. It ain't like just sliding around unless I'm on the top. It slides around. Like a bump right there, I'm turning right. Off of that corner right there. I was turning right. The car don't look like it, but I am.
That's good stuff from Junior. Sprint giving you an inside look at the chase for the NASCAR Sprint Cup on the Now Network. For more NASCAR stats, in-car audio, and live race radio, check out NASCAR Sprint Cup mobile at sprint.com/speed. Mike Massaro has been in the 88 pit tonight. Michael?
And this strong run has to have the Legion of Earnhardt fans a little bit more excited than they have been recently. And they had reason to be excited earlier this week when team owner Rick Hendrick gave crew chief Lance McGrew a vote of confidence. He said he believes he is the guy for this job. He likes the chemistry on that team, and that he expects that McGrew will be the crew chief for the near future. I spoke with McGrew earlier today, and he said he wasn't surprised. He did not need to read that in the media to know it. He already knew that Hendrick was behind him, Jamie.
And behind him is the 43 of A.J. Allmendinger. He had his best start here at Atlanta of 16th. This has been a good night for him. He's been running top 15 the entire time. Woo, getting a little loose right there. That is what he's been struggling with since the beginning. He even ran the top 10 for a little while, but the car is good. Last round of pit stops, he didn't take any changes at all. He's still struggling a little bit, but it's getting better. Mike?
Back in the spring, David Reagan hurt the car very badly in the early going. Slapped the wall about 30 laps in, and then 4 laps later, he blew a tire, ending what could have been a very promising day. Because of that, his crew chief, Donnie Wingo, sat him down earlier this week and coached him a little bit, telling him not to race too many guys too early, too hard. Be patient. That's exactly what he's been doing throughout the course of the evening, and so far, it's been paying off. Wingo says if they still are in contention in the last 50 laps, that's when they can make a very hard charge, Jamie.
Mark Martin has had an up-and-down night. 14th right now. That is the best he's been. He was so tight in the beginning of this race, he slid back to 30th. Now, the team came into this race 14th in points. They knew it was a slim shot to make the chase, but their focus is to win, and they are willing to risk this race to get up there. Let's go to Doc.
And behind him, Jamie, Clint Boyer just trying to hang on and be smooth tonight. He didn't want to get into any kind of trouble. Wanted to get a good, solid finish and hopefully get in the chase, lock his way in tonight, as opposed to having to wait till next week at Richmond. He had to dodge 1 bullet. He had damage on the right rear quarter panel, and the car is very, very loose. Pit stops coming up in just a few laps. Helen?
Maybe sooner than that, Doc. The 6 car in trouble off turn number 2, and the caution flag is out for the 4th time in this race. Look out.
That was close. We just got done talking about how good David Reagan's doing, and he's been doing good all year long, and now he goes around. Have to see what happened here.
And those cars, all the race cars look like they're really, a lot of them look like they're really, really, really loose. You see the right, left front tire there, but it looked like it just came off the corner, Rusty, and turned it around. Now let's the tire let go.
Video proof upcoming.
Yeah, it just looks like he's in a little four-wheel drift there as he comes off the corner. May have had a tire going down, but did a good job of not hitting anything. So hopefully he can get in and get some 4 good, fresh Goodyear Eagles and get back out and get back to work. Had a good run going.
Was in 13th position at the time of the spin, and so the yellow flag out for the 4th time in this race at lap 200 with 125 to go. So when the pit road is open and the field gathered up behind the pace car, we will see everyone on pit road for 4 fresh tires, as Doc mentioned, approaching green flag pit stops when the yellow came out. And the Lucky Dog free pass, Matt Kenseth had just been put a lap down by the leader, Tony Stewart. Kenseth in 21st spot, and so he'll come back around after the pit stops and rejoin the lead lap group.
Oh, man, that thing doesn't sound good. Oh, Rusty Paul had a great run going tonight. Did a good job, but boy, it sounds like it's on 7 right now.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on with Roush Racing right now.
Wow.
You see Reagan spins out, helps Kenseth, and now the 98, that's another Roush type car, and it's down a cylinder, so a lot of Roush things happening.
Interesting, because this track has been rough on engines. We've had an average of 3 engine failures in each race the last several years, Marty, DJ, and Andy. Maybe that's going to be another one.
And as we mentioned, Kyle Busch is wondering if he's going to be the 3rd for Joe Gibbs Racing tonight.
Yeah, so far so good for Kyle. He's still in the top 10, but Paul Menard having a great run. He was up there in the top 10 for a lot of the race, and now he's kind of running around there crippled.
Yeah, those guys in 1st, 2nd, 3rd, Stewart, Johnson, and Edwards, they better watch out when this goes back green, because Kevin Harvick was coming in a hurry. He was already up to 4th spot, running the fastest laps by far.
All right, pit road is open. Let's send it to the good doctor.
All right, thank you, Marty. Carl Edwards said the car is loose. They're going to put a pound of air pressure in. They're going to put 2 rounds of wedge in and really try to tighten this Ford down to give Carl a chance to get the car off the corner. In front of him, Jimmy Johnson used the word comfortable for the first time tonight, that the car is really, really good. Dave.
Bottom of your screen, Tony Stewart said the grip is excellent, but help me rotate the center a little bit more. That's an air pressure adjustment for your leader, and he's gone.
Watch the race off pit road. Tony Stewart's going to get out easily in front. Then it'll be Jimmy Johnson. Jeff Gordon's going to pick up a spot. Kyle Busch's crew does the job again for him. Kevin Harvick loses 3.
How about Mark Martin?
And Mark Martin back in the top 10 for the first time tonight, guys.
Yeah, Kevin Harvick, I think they're going to have problems on the right front right here in his pit stop, and that's what cost him his 3 spots.
Remember, they also lost the valve stem on the last round of pit stops.
Yeah, it looks like they lost the lug nut right there on the right front.
As close as it is, as you showed earlier, Andy, how close these pit stops are. That's a killer.
There's a lot of spots.
So a tough break for our points leader.
With some great stops by Tony Stewart's team, though. Look at that right there. All of it in 12 seconds, except that second stop. That was all under green, those first couple, though. What a great job they're doing.
And we talked at the beginning of this broadcast about you had to be as good on the last stop as you are on the first, because one bad stop could cost you the race tonight. Don't forget to go to Goodyear.com to show your thanks and help support our troops. Goodyear, the official tire of NASCAR and provider of our aerial coverage tonight here at the Emory Healthcare 500. All right, we're getting ready to go back to green flag racing. 4 wave rounds: Carpentier, Nemechek, Yaley, and McDowell. And up front, it'll be Tony Stewart with Johnson, Edwards, Gordon, Kyle Busch, Truex, Harvick, Montoya. That's your top 8. We're racing again in Atlanta with 120 to go. Here we go, 3 wide again.
And once again, we see that guy restarting in 3rd be able to pull out and make the pass and take the lead.
Boy, and Jimmy looked like he was getting shuffled there. Now it looks like the momentum's coming back for him. We go on board. He's side by side with Kyle. 3 wide, a little bit further back. Ryan Newman, Dale Jr. Look out! That was Marcus Ambrose. On the right side, the 4 cars running for the race lead. Carl Edwards and Tony Stewart, both looking for race wins. Their first of the seasons for both of them if they can pull it off. Jimmy Johnson right behind him in 3rd, looking for his 6th win of the year. Newman trying to go underneath Mark Martin. That's all important, remember, for that last spot in the chase. Right now, Mark is in that 13th position.
You see Regan Smith up in that battle also. Marcus Ambrose. Here comes Kurt Busch. They've worked on this car 3 wide right behind this.
Now, Jamie McMurray's a lap down, but he's trying to race in that spot. Oh, he makes a little contact with Rudeman.
It was close. You're right. McMurray's trying to get back into that spot. Rudeman is the lucky dog recipient if it happens right now. Battle for second place as Jimmy Johnson getting past the 99. He's going on the high side to do it.
Yeah, Jimmy looks like they have this car dialed in pretty well right now. He just didn't get that restart.
And the key thing, too, it looks like they're making good adjustments tonight. Been keeping up with the racetrack. He's looked better and better every time that they've made pit stops.
Jimmy Johnson, a 3-time winner here at Atlanta back in October of '04, and both races back in 2007. Doc?
Andy, you're exactly right. Chad Knaut's really starting to stay ahead of the track now. Jimmy Johnson, the last time in, they raised the Panhard bar and added some tire pressure to try to get some more rear grip. Jimmy said he was really complaining of lack of rear grip, and it's helping the car now.
As you finish up, Doc, 3 wide, that's a battle for 8th. Jeff Gordon, Jeff Burton, and look at Casey Kane taking advantage on the low line.
Yeah, he got a nice run off of turn 4 as those 2 guys were racing. What a comeback Jeff Burton has made, though. Gosh, he was a lap down just a little while ago. We saw him sideways a number of times, but he's raced his way up into the top 10 now.
Well, remember what 2 cautions ago, 21 took the wave around, and then we got another quick caution, and that's what helped a lot of these guys. And here goes Marcus Ambrose.
Yeah, he's one of them, too. He took a wave around, got a lap back. Now his car's strong.
He's 15th. Mark Martin back to 16th.
Yeah, sliding backwards. You know, his pit crew did a great job. Got him out inside the top 10, but they just don't have the race car when they get back on the track.
And every spot he loses, more points lost in that quest for the final spot in the chase. How about Pablo Montoya? He's going around the 18.
We talked about how this is one of Montoya's best racetracks. You see that car wiggle a little bit. He tried to get down there on the yellow line. He's got it up inside the top 5 now.
Yeah, he's got back-to-back third-place finishes. And right now, he's running in 4th. Here comes Jamie McMurray trying to track down David Rudeman. That is for the all-important lucky dog. They both have gotten past Mark Martin now. Here comes Kurt Busch also in the mix. Remember, Kurt is back on the lead lap. He's running in 17th.
Yeah, it's a nice comeback for Rudeman, too, who had that transmission issue, not transmission of the car, but radio transmission issue. His helmet came unplugged and couldn't hear. NASCAR made him come in and get that fixed, and so he was 2 laps down at one time. Now fighting he's in the lucky dog spot, so if he could get a caution, he could get back on the lead lap.
He didn't want to give it up to Jamie McMurray, but Jamie wants it bad.
Jamie needs it bad. Traffic in front of him, that's Regan Smith and Marcus Ambrose.
Oh,
man,
Jamie McMurray close right there. He got a nice run off of turn 2.
Now, Regan's running in the 15th position. Ambrose is 14th, and here it is. This is side-by-side for the lucky dog spot, and McMurray is in it right now. His first car a lap down in 22nd spot. While that calms down for a moment, let's check in on the race lead, because there is Tony Stewart with a 6/10 of a second lead over Jimmy Johnson, Carl Edwards, and Juan Pablo Montoya here at NASCAR Land in Atlanta.